Hi there, another Feature Friday, and so today we're going to talk about what's called autophagy or fasting, which is so there's a lot of scientific debate between what is, as well as clinical debate in terms of people who are healthcare practitioners, whether it be doctors or other practitioners, in terms of what they think is the best diet. What is science says this, and then science says this, and there's on one side what being a vegan, what oil free, what low oil, low fat, and all vegetables type of stuff does, and then on the other end there's people who are all meat, like 100% all straight meat, even raw meat. And I've seen both on both sides that are the extreme, that like on the all meat side, these guys are ripped and are incredible. And on the all vegan side, these guys are ripped and all, huge on either side and perfect, absolutely perfect for their bodies. And then the slope down towards varying degrees of how it works for other people within that practice. So I do all vegan, and it's not really working for me. I do all meat, and then we have the more balance in terms of a person where the middle would be vegetables and meat, omnivorian, or maybe more towards the more plant-based side, more towards the animal-based side. Okay, so anyone along the spectrum, especially if you've got a doctor over here and doctor over here, or a practitioner, and then anywhere, they're going to tell you their success stories, and they're also going to tell you, they're not going to really tell you their failure stories, but or their mediocre stories. Okay, but one thing that is consistent about everybody in this group in terms of what do we suggest is the best for your body, because based upon the science and based upon empirical evidence of you try it, you do it, and see how it works. One thing's common, and that is fasting. Fasting, we know, the 2016 Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine was won by a Japanese doctor on his work on autophagy, which is if you just make your body have to fuel itself off of what it's stored. And there's ways of doing that, which is either it happens to you, you get trapped into a mine, or you went into the gulag or concentration camp or something like that. What they found in these people is that whether they were forced to have a fasting, which is their body, what it does is it mimics what we know is what you would call our evolutionary or ancient part of, if you are trapped like that show Naked and Afraid, and like you've got nothing and you better start eating, day 3 you don't get weaker, which you would assume. Day 3 you get more alert. So every consecutive day what happens is it really upgrades. Your brain gets better. This is what the proof is showing. The brain is better, the eyes are better. Just because think about it, it's like you need to get better at finding food, which you do through your eyes, you do through your ears, you do through your balance, everything. And but what it also does too is that your body starts breaking things down, even on a micro, which would be, let's say I skip one meal a day, or I skip a whole one day of fasting, one day out of the week. What it does is it triggers this mechanism, and the first thing it does is it's like a person that comes into your house who is like a organizer and says, okay, first of all, let's get rid of the clutter. Okay, so it starts to eat up fibrin, it starts to eat up tumors, and it is differential in terms of it picks out what is bad, what is not working, and then saves the. It's very much like what you would call the medical use of maggots. Okay, there are medical magnets, and what they do is you got a wound that's just not healing well, it's all black and everything like that, and everything that they've done, what they do is they have these sanitized, basically it's just maggots. Okay, and they put the maggots, and what the maggots do is they eat up the tissue, only the dead tissue though, because they also secrete through their own saliva to coat their own body so that they don't get eaten by the neighbor. It is this kind of anti-infective, soothing, seething. So what it does is it's this tool that cuts out everything that is harmful and only leaves what is healthy. This is what the autophagy process does. You doing fasting, you doing it as a practice, actually is like organizing the body and on the smartest possible way, that beyond any kind of medical and or outside intervention, your body knows what to do, the innate healing wisdom. And so autophagy or fasting is a wonderful tool that anybody can use. that the human body can use. So start with a meal, then work your way up to 1 day a week, and it's just on water and salt. Water with a little bit of salt, okay? Then you get up to a 3-day, then you can get up to a 10-day, and people who have done the 40 days are Jesus, and any person that has done major fasting, these are the people in our history that have gone, they had an epiphany. So, and it's pulling out what's stored inside, and what's stored inside you is just like what makes a baby chicken. It's the yolk of the egg is the most perfect food for growing everything it needs. And that's what our own body is for ourselves. And so it's a wonderful tool. It's hard. It's not for the faint, okay? So get some permission from your doctor if you need to, or go slow, okay? Start with a meal. Everyone can do a meal. Usually the breakfast one is the best because you've all been fasting while you're sleeping, so just skip breakfast and see how you feel and start building and building and building till you can start getting to these stages. And it's a wonderful tool that really everybody should learn how to do in their body, and it's right in front of you. It's just you controlling yourself and enabling what comes out of that. Okay, so till next time.